AI creation platforms don't want you to create. They actually want you to stay. They're not designed for you to produce, they're designed to keep you hooked, and ultimately paying that monthly subscription. RenderZero Studio is different. It's a focused desktop studio for image and video generation, built for professionals who want control over their outputs, budgets, and workflow. With Bring Your Own Key providers, you pay wholesale generation costs instead of funding someone else's subscription markup and the marketing budget. In this video, I'm going to show you why AI platforms are broken for pros, how Bring Your Own Key can actually save you money and unlock better selections of models, and finally, the exact workflow I use to build prompts like a cinematographer, generate images, and then create those videos. Now, there's nothing wrong with having a bit of fun, but it gets very expensive. Before creating my own app, I was spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars per month on Higgsfield, Pika Labs, Runway, you name it, I had a subscription. But so much of it is just competing for your attention. One of the problems you'll notice is how many different options there are in these apps, and then lots of tools you'll never need or want. And the features that they advertise are always overblown in reality and never quite as good as they make out. And let's not even get started when it comes to the so-called unlimited modes that they put on offer. What professionals actually need is something like RenderZero Studio. It's boring, but in the best way. It's focused. Projects, libraries, references, render management, and it doesn't have to be super hard to use. It's got presets as well, and it's got lots of visual references and options. This app has actually been made for people who are actually making money from their generations. Now, the single biggest upgrade using this approach is the BYOK, Bring Your Own Key. You choose the provider, you pay the raw usage instead of stacking those subscriptions. You're only paying for your generations, and you're often paying at wholesale prices. In this app, it's super easy. You set up your API keys, you add them in, and then you have the ability to use one of several providers such as Gemini, Kai AI, Fal AI, WaveSpeed, Running Hub. And what this does is it gives you the ability to choose the best model for the job that you're doing at the time. It means we have models like Kling 3, we've got Seedance, we have Grok, there's Nano Banana 2, Nano Banana Pro, and there's always a fallback. So if something goes wrong with one of the providers, you can use a different one. You're not going to be left waiting for slow generation times or if somebody's server decides to go down. The other big advantage is cost visibility. You can track how much it's costing. If you're paying for a subscription somewhere, being able to bill your client for that is going to be a little bit tricky. But if you're using this app, well, you can charge them for what you've actually done for them. You can put it all out as a CSV export, for example, then you can actually bill them for the work you're doing. It also means if there's a new model that comes out and they're only available from certain API providers, well, I can add those into the app very quickly for everybody to be able to use, instead of you then having to go off and pay out another $50 subscription somewhere else. If you already know you want a focused desktop studio for your AI image and video generations, the link is down below in the description and in the pinned comment to my Gumroad page, where you can go ahead and download RenderZero Studio. Now I'm going to show you the exact workflow so you can decide fast. What I'm going to do now is give you a quick demo of what you can do with this app and all of the cool features that it has. So this will be more of a quick overview. When you open up the app, you're greeted with the project page. If you go to new project, let's give it a name. We hit the tick box and we're in our new project. And as we're doing something cinematic, let's do that. Let's pop the prompt in here. A beautiful princess riding on a dark, menacing looking horse. The environment is a dark, scary forest. We can choose our shot type, choose our lighting source. We can give it a mood or atmosphere. We can choose the camera gear that we're shooting it on. We can choose focal length, lens type, film stocks, Then we can choose aspect ratio. So we're going to stick with 16:9. If we wanted to do it in the style of a photographer, we can do that. Or take the look of an existing movie. We can even use one of these as a preset. So let's go with The Lord of the Rings. There's filters and effects. And then I will talk about the element tool in a moment. So we've got our prompt, and you can see it's built the prompt out fully for us here. And then we can just choose the resolution we want, and we can generate. You have the ability to choose different providers. At the moment, I've got it set to Kai AI, but there's Google, FAL, WaveSpeed, Running Hub. They're all very easy to set up. And we've got a number of models to choose from: Nano Banana Pro, Nano Banana 2, Seedream 4.5, and Grok Imagine. And now we have our result, and you can see it does have that Lord of the Rings feeling to it right there, doesn't it? Now, of course, you could go in here and you could change the film look aesthetic if you wanted to, but what we could also do instead is use a preset, so we don't even have to choose the stuff. So let's go with Dark Fantasy. You can see it's changed all the settings, and we can generate again. So we've got our image now, and you can see it has really hit the nail on the head. But now we've got our main image. Well, what can we do with it? Let's just do our generate the scene button. So if we click this, and now we have our 4 other angles. If you have a look here, we've got very different views of the character and the horse. So let's say we want to change something with the image there. We can do that too. If we click this button here, reuse as a reference, it sends it down to global reference. You've got 2 modes, generate and edit. Edit will make changes to that image. Generate will use this as a style reference instead. So we're going to use edit. Going to click here to go into the image edit mode. We can crop the image. So let's say we want to do 9:16, or maybe we don't. Maybe we want to do, what we do want is this to be green. So let's go to brush, increase the size a bit, choose that opacity. We'll click save. And then what we'll do is in our prompt, because we're editing the original image, we don't need to have all of the prompt in there. We will just tell it what we want to change. Make the harness that is highlighted in red a bright green color. And we probably want to give it instructions, don't change anything else. And we've got our result. You can see it has followed the prompt correctly, and the harness is now a green color instead. Now all of these are being saved in a gallery. If you click this, it will open up your folder. But what we haven't done is actually set one. So I'll show you that quickly. You can go to settings, set gallery location. So we'll call one Dark Forest, and we'll set that. So all generations will now be saved in that folder. It's great for when you're doing different scenes and want to keep it all together. Let's create a new project now. So we have a fresh start. I'm going to now show you the elements tool. So let's take a very simple prompt. A group of friends are taking a photo together and having fun in a photo booth. Under environment, a white background. But we want to control who those friends are in here. So this is where we can go down to the element tool. Here we can upload images to use as a reference. So we're going to click here. At the moment it's set to single or stitch. We're going to choose here to bring in the face of a character. We also want an outfit for her. So we're going to choose an outfit and bring that in as well. We could add an object or a scene as well, but we're not going to do that. But we will add another character. We can do the same again here. So now we can just choose the next character that we want in our scene. With just one image of the face, it's not maybe enough to get a very consistent look. So we can actually stitch images together. So if we hit stitch, click there to load them, we can actually put in multiple images. That's up to 4 images. So now if I open those, they're stitched together in one input. The same can be done for outfits and for objects and for the scene as well. The other thing that's pretty cool is that you can save this character as well. So click library and just give the character a name here. Click save and you'll have a character you can load anytime you want. Go character 2, let's go library and load Sue. And let's go to the next character and we will go to library and add in the lady from the intro video that you saw last week. So we're going to change our prompt. A group of friends are taking a photo together and having fun in the photo booth. At character 1 is pulling a cute kawaii face, and character 2 is hugging character 3. Now, when you've got multiple characters, as in more than 2 characters, sometimes it helps to actually describe the character as well. So I would say character 1 with the ponytail and character 2 with the blonde hair is hugging at character 3. And we've got our result. Look at that. So let's just create a video. We've got this image here of the 3 characters. I did a close-up of them. I think this will work nicely. So we're going to just save for camera movement. We'll choose what we want. We'll leave it on Doesnt 1.5 Pro. We can queue the video render. And when we go to render queue, it's in the render queue there, you can see, which means that we can actually line the next video up to go already. So we'll do that. In fact, we'll go to start and end frame. So we've got this shot here of them together. Let's upload the next one. And so I've loaded in this image of them a bit further away from each other. The camera dollies out from the girls who are having fun and joking, handheld natural camera shake. And we will now queue this one. And we have our first result. We go to render, we can see that it's the Sea Dance one. This was the single image prompt.
看我的 wink 好可爱你们两个真调皮
I have no idea what they're saying, but it's not a bad video. Alright, so now we've got our result for the start frame, end frame video.
Just one more shot. Alright, one more. Okay, I'm ready.
Now we also have audio driven video. This is where you can upload an audio track. It'll show you the wavelength. You can preview the audio in here. And then you can even trim it down, give it direction, and then generate your video with lip sync, just like this one.
You weigh your life by what it shows. Price tags tied to fragile prose, but I can hear what silence says, and it spells your name in honest ways.
Then we also have reference to video. Now this one has one motion, cling motion control, an example of that here.
Wait for the tide to turn back home. Wait for the tide to turn back home. Missing the way a shadow looked on.
And the more impressive one, of course, is the fact that we have Cling 3 and Cling 03 here, which lets you actually add elements and references. And I'll give you a quick demo of Cling 03 reference to video here. You don't even need a start frame to do it, so you can take that out altogether and just use your reference images, which you can add in with these boxes and even create and save characters for use later on. Just make sure you tag them in your video prompt.
You're not serious, right?
Of course I am.
And that's that video there, which worked out very great. But here's what else you can do with Cling 3, which works across the other categories as well, is director mode. So we've just moved to image to video. We can go here, director mode. We can add now shots. So let's set this to 3 seconds. We'll add another shot. We still have the elements in here. In shot 2, let's go to a close up, add another shot, and we'll make that one 3 seconds as well. It automatically tallies up the amount of seconds for the shot for you, and you can just generate it.
Are you even listening to me?
Burp.
Ugh, seriously?
And so, what a great result. But let's say you wanted it to continue. Well, that's where this little button here comes in useful for everyone. Save last frame. Click that. It'll export the final frame of your render as an image, and then you could just come back up here, import that as your start frame, and continue the shot. If you want fun, platforms are fun. If you want output, you need a studio. Bring your own key control, image plus video workflows, render management, and cost discipline. If that's you, then please do check out RenderZero Studio in the Gumroad link in the pinned comment down below. And seeing as I still have your attention, please do make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. And I hope to see you in the next video where I'm going to actually show you some of the cool models we have in the app and how you can use them to create incredible video content.